Believe it or not, right this very second, there's an invisible war happening inside your body. And on the front lines, there is an absolutely elite super squad of microscopic defenders. So today, we're going to meet that team, the immunoglobulins, which you probably know better as antibodies.
So here's our game plan for today. First, we're going to set the scene, get a feel for the battlefield inside you. Then, we'll check out the basic blueprint for these defenders, what makes them tick. After that, it's the main event. We'll meet every single member of this 5-class super squad. We'll see how this custom-made army is built and sent into battle. And then finally, we'll just take a moment to appreciate these incredible microscopic guardians.
Okay, so every moment of every day, your body is under siege. We're talking a constant barrage from an army of invaders, viruses, bacteria, you name it. It is a nonstop, invisible war.
That's the big question, isn't it? I mean, how do we survive this? Well, the answer lies with a highly specialized, incredibly effective security force, and they are the heroes of our story.
Let me introduce you to the immunoglobulins, or just IG for short. Now, these are the highly trained special agents of your immune system. They patrol all of your body's fluids. We're talking blood, saliva, the works. And they make up what scientists call the humoral immune response. Honestly, the best way to think of them is like your body's own fleet of precision-guided missiles. So before we can really meet the individual members of the squad, we gotta understand their basic gear. Every single antibody is built from the exact same fundamental blueprint. So let's take a quick look at how they're put together. All right, so picture this. Every antibody starts with 2 big, identical pieces called heavy chains that form the main Y-shaped frame. Then, 2 smaller, identical light chains come in and attach to the arms of that Y. And there you have it, the classic H2L2 structure. And that Y shape, it's genius. It has a flexible hinge in the middle that lets the arms move around, which helps them grab onto invaders way more effectively. Now, this Y shape is brilliant because it gives the antibody 2 very distinct jobs. The 2 arms of the Y, those are the grabbers. The technical name is the Fab fragment. And the tips of these grabbers are super variable. I mean, they're custom designed to latch onto one and only one specific type of invader. The stem of the Y, that's the FC fragment, and you can think of it as the communicator. So once the grabber latches on, this part sends out a signal, basically shouting for the rest of the immune system to come in and destroy the target. All right, now that we've got the basic equipment down, it is time to meet the team. There are 5 major classes or isotopes of immunoglobulins, and trust me, each one is a specialist with a very unique mission in defending your body. First up is IgG. If this squad was in a movie, IgG would be the seasoned, reliable veteran. You know, the one who's seen it all. It's the most experienced and, by a long shot, the most common soldier in the squad. IgG is the absolute workhorse of your body's defense, and the G in its name is actually a great way to remember its key jobs. It has the greatest concentration in your blood plasma, and it goes across the placenta, which is amazing because it gives newborns their very first line of defense from their mother. It neutralizes toxins, it coats invaders to make them look tastier for cleanup cells, and it sticks around for more than 3 weeks, giving you some serious long-term protection. And when I say it's dominance, I am not kidding. Just look at this breakdown. A full 75%, that's 3/4 of all the antibodies circulating in your blood, are IgG. It is truly the backbone of your fluid-based immunity. The others are specialists for sure, but IgG, that's the main army. Next up, meet IgM. You should think of IgM as the squad's heavy-duty first responder. And the M could easily stand for mega, because this thing is enormous. It's actually 5 Y-shaped antibodies all joined together into one giant complex. So when a brand new invader shows up, IgM is the very first antibody on the scene, sounding the alarm and kicking off that initial immune response. Its huge size makes it fantastic at clumping invaders together for easy disposal. Now for IgA, our very own Border Patrol agent. This antibody's whole mission is to guard every single entry point into your body. You find it in secretions, right, like saliva, tears, mucus. It's constantly patrolling the huge mucosal surfaces of your respiratory and digestive tracts. Its job is basically to be the bouncer, stopping pathogens from ever getting a foothold and attaching to your cells to begin with. And finally, we have the 2 highly specialized and much rarer agents. On one hand, you've got IgD. It's kind of like the mysterious strategist of the group. We don't fully understand everything it does, but we know it sits on the surface of B cells and seems to help get them activated. And then there's IgE, the explosives expert. The E is a great reminder for all allergies because this is the antibody that triggers allergic reactions. But its real day job is even more critical. It's absolutely essential for fighting off parasites like worms.
So here it is, the final team roster. This gives us a fantastic at-a-glance summary of our squad. You've got IgG, the main defender in your blood, IgM, the massive first responder, IgA, guarding the borders in your secretions, and IgD and IgE, the highly trained specialists for B-cell strategy and fighting off parasites. What an incredible team, right? Okay, so we've met the squad, but that raises a pretty big question. How does your body know which specialist to send into battle? And more importantly, how does it create the perfect weapon for a brand new invader it's never even seen before? Well, the process is nothing short of genius. It's all explained by something called the clonal selection theory. So your body has millions and millions of different B cells just hanging out. Each one is pre-programmed to make just one super specific antibody. When an invader gets in, it just sort of bumps around until, by chance, it finds the one B cell that's a perfect match. That contact selects that B cell. The B cell gets activated and immediately starts cloning itself into a massive army of plasma cells, all of them pumping out the exact antibody needed to take down that specific threat. It's amazing.
And if that wasn't cool enough, here's the strategic masterstroke. The body can actually upgrade its response in the middle of a battle through something called class switching. So the B cells will start out by making the first responder, IgM, but then later in the fight, they can switch to making a different class, like the veteran IgG, without changing the grabber part at all. They keep the exact same targeting system, but just change the weapon's function to better suit a long-term fight. It's an unbelievably adaptive and efficient strategy.
You know, when you put all of this together, the specialized classes, the clonal selection, the class switching, you just start to appreciate the breathtaking elegance and, frankly, the raw power of your own immune system. The big takeaway is really this. You are protected around the clock by a vast, incredibly specific, and highly adaptable army of molecular defenders. This super squad of immunoglobulins is constantly on patrol, identifying threats and custom building a response to keep you healthy. It is truly an amazing piece of biological engineering. And that just leaves us with a final thought to chew on. We've only just scratched the surface of one part of one system in your body. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other microscopic battles are being won and lost inside of us, shaping our health and our lives every single moment of the day? Thanks for joining me.